and some chicken broth, guys. And I'm actually making my chicken broth now already. I make sure it tastes really good and flavorful. This tastes just really good. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Precious. I want to wish everyone a happy Christmas Eve. Today is Christmas Eve. I'm going to be making a Christmas dinner, guys. I'm going to be making homemade chicken and dressing, glazed ham, and deviled eggs. There's a lot involved in all this, so we definitely got to get started. Okay, these are the ingredients, guys. This is my ingredients for my deviled eggs. We make a sweet one, not a savory. Of course, we need eggs. And then here is the, I use sandwich bread, sweet relish, a little yellow mustard, and sugar in that, guys. Yes, again, I make a sweet one, not a savory one. And then for my dressing, I will be using onions, bell peppers, celery, eggs, sage, and then some salt and pepper. Of course, I don't have that out. Cornmeal, self-rising cornmeal, and then some vegetable oil and some chicken broth, guys. And I'm actually making my chicken broth now. I'll let you have a look at that in a little bit. It's over there boiling, smelling absolutely delicious. And then for my ham, I need some cloves, some brown sugar, and then this is like a little packet that came with brown sugar that came with the ham itself. I got a spiral ham. And then I use the pineapple juice as well as some of the pineapples, and I use Sprite soda in mine, not Pepsi, guys. Alright, this is everything, guys. I'm going to get to started on everything and show you what that broth looks like. Here's the broth, guys. In this broth, of course, I always use like legs or thighs to make my broth. I make it homemade. I let it boil. I want to get this out of here, guys. And what I use is chicken legs or chicken thighs, like I said, and then there's celery in there, and I leave them in chunks. I cut them in big chunks so I can strain them out. So there's celery, onions, and bell peppers in here, guys. And then, of course, the chicken legs that are done. So I really can turn this off, but I wanted you to see what it's looking like all boiled. I boil it into, oh, and sorry, there's some garlic chunks in there as well. And then I season this with garlic powder, onion powder, seasoning salt, black pepper, and some sage, guys. It smells really good, too. It tastes really good already. I make sure it tastes really good and flavorful because it's what's going to season your dressing with that hot water cornbread, okay? Okay, guys, I lost part of my video. Sorry about that, showing me what all I put in here. And I showed you in the ingredients earlier what I'd be using. So I've used 2 eggs, about a half a cup of vegetable oil, and about, I'd say this is about 4 cups of the self-rising cornmeal. And then about a bottle of how many ounces is this? This is an 8-ounce bottle of water in here. I'm sorry, this is 16 ounce. And I'm going to show you the consistency it should be. I do not measure, guys, really. I just kind of pour stuff in here. And then you want it to be to like a batter consistency. And then I'm going to butter this all up, or vegetable oil this little cooking dish up. I'm going to make the cornbread, and I usually make about 2 of these, and this will become the base of my dressing, guys, along with the vegetables. And then I take that chicken off the bone and put that in there as well. So I'm going to get this in the oven. I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. Guys, I have cooked my eggs and then I have cut them in half, which you can see here. I've cut them in half and laid them out on a cookie sheet that's lined with some saran wrap just to protect the bottom of it. I just like it like that anyway. And then I took all the yolks out. I'm going to add some salad dressing. I'm probably going to add maybe like 1/4 to 1.5 cups depending on the consistency. So that's about 1/4 right now. Then I'm going to add some of the sweet pickle relish. That's going to be about a tablespoon, guys. And I don't measure again. I just will add as I need to. And then I'm going to add a little, sorry, I forgot to shake my mustard up. A little watery right now. I'm going to say about a teaspoon of that. And then about a tablespoon of sugar for now. Actually, I want something to mix this better. Give me a second. Let me get a bigger spoon here so I can kind of mush these or smash these egg yolks, make them more creamier. I just mushed everything together, guys. And then all I'm going to do is add them back into my cut in half egg, the whites of the eggs, and then sprinkle some of the paprika on there on the top. I forgot to put that in the beginning part as one of the ingredients for the deviled eggs. But I'm going to continue to do this, get this all mixed together. I'll show you what it looks like when I am done, guys. All done packing the actual whites of the eggs. I just put back in the mixture of the salad dressing, mustard, relish, and sugar into the yolks. And now they're back in here. And the last step, guys, is I just take paprika, not so much, maybe a little more careful. Yeah, sprinkle it like that all over all of them, guys. And then put them in the refrigerator and let them get cold. And here is what the first batch of that hot water cornbread is looking like, guys. It smells so good. I can smell it. Those simple ingredients just really are good, especially in the dressing, guys. All right. I'm going to get the second batch in the oven, and once that is done, I can actually get everything mixed together. I still do have to take the chicken off the bone, but while the second batch is in the oven, I'll take the chicken all off the bone. I'll get the rest of the paprika on top of these and get these in the refrigerator. Okay, guys, I am chopping up the vegetables for my homemade dressing. And guys, one of the special things that I do for my dressing is I just cut the veggies into chunks, and I let my food processor do the rest, guys. I love the taste of the veggies in my dressing. I just don't always like the big chunks in there. And I kind of want it to be the consistency of the actual batter itself. The only chunky thing in my dressing will be like the chicken bites or chicken pieces, and I'll show you what that looks like. I've taken it off the bone already. So I'm going to cut these up in chunks like that and put it through the food processor. And then I'm going to take, by the way, I've washed all my veggies. And then I'm going to take and then put this through the food processor, the bell pepper, and also my onion through the food processor. And we definitely want to put an onion through the food processor because I don't want my eyes burning today, y'all. And yeah, so I'm getting everything prepared for that. I've taken the last thing of the cornbread out of the oven, and I'm going to let that cool down before I get to mixing everything. But I'll show you what everything is going to look like, guys.
I'm gonna wash my hands one more time and get everything chopped up and ready, and I'll show you what that's gonna look like.
Everything is ready to mix the dressing together. That's the two little 9 by, I think that's a 9 by 11 glass pan to make my cornbread. Both of those are in there. You see that I've taken all the chicken off the bone. I don't keep the skin or like the gristles and all that in there. I take all of that out. There is my chicken broth, all strained of the bigger veggies. And then there, the first bowl, which is like I blend all of my veggies to like a puree. That's the celery, the bell peppers, and then the onions. I mean, when I say it's a puree, it's almost, you can see where, well, not almost, you can see where I mix it to where the juices are coming out. There's something about when I mix it about like that, guys, it really intensifies the flavor of those veggies, and that's why I do it that way. And so I'm gonna mix all this together, add salt and pepper to taste if need be, and then I add 2 eggs to help it bind together at the end. So I'm gonna get that done, and when it's the right consistency or the batter, you know, is the way I like it, I'll show you what that looks like. Alright, got it all mixed together, guys. I even got the eggs mixed in there. And this is much like watery, more watery than I normally would make it. And that's only because when I tasted it before I added the eggs, guys, I found that it was on the salty side. I never did need to add any of the salt and pepper to this because the broth was very flavorful. What the problem is when you strain that broth, a lot of the time some of that seasoning goes to the bottom. And what we want to do is make sure you don't use too much of the broth, that it gets near that, you know, that seasonings that's just sitting at the bottom of the bowl, and that's what happened. So I put a little too much broth in here. So what I did is just add some water in here to calm down that salty taste. But guys, it still tastes really good. I can taste and smell the onions and celery and bell peppers and that sage in there, guys, and that's the flavors you really want to bring out in it. So I'm going to put this in the oven until it's brown and there is no more liquid in it, guys. Not sure how long that takes, but I will let you know when it's done and let you see what that looks like. And I'll get started on my ham now. I am getting ready to prepare my ham, and again, I use pineapples, pineapple juice. There's a glaze that comes with the spiral ham, plus some more brown sugar. And I use Sprite. You can use, some people use Pepsi. I use a Sprite or a 7-Up normally. So again, I am not measuring anything, guys. So I'm going to say that I'm going to put about, let me see, probably 1.5 cups of the Sprite in here. And with this mixture that I'm going to be adding to the bottom, what I normally do is use it to base my ham or glaze my ham. Just keep adding it over as it cooks. And this was a 9-pound, it's 9.4 pound ham, and I say you should cook that for about 15 minutes per pound. So about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. I'm going to be cooking this until it gets to about a temperature of about 130. If I can get it open. Okay, I got it open. Of course, I waste some of it. So I'm going to get, actually what I'm going to do is mix all of this in here. Add all of this glaze. Open it better. A little better there. This around here. Oh, it smells good. Smells like there's cinnamon and nutmeg or something in there. And then I'm going to use all of the pineapple juice in here, guys. And then I'm going to use about 1/2 cup of this brown sugar. Let me grab my scissors. Alright guys, I'm going to mix this all together. I'm going to baste this once, and then I'm going to put it in the oven and let it cook and continue to baste it throughout the cooking process. I will show you what it's looking like throughout that process as well. This is after about 45 minutes of cooking the ham. I am basting it again. It is already starting to brown and smell delicious, guys. All I smell is this the glaze, the liquid that's down in the bottom of here, guys. It smells so good. Like I said, I don't know what's in the glaze that comes with it, but it smells like cinnamon or something. It smells really good though. I'm gonna continue to baste this and get it back in the stove, guys. Okay guys, the dressing is all done. It is smelling delicious. The ham is in the oven still cooking. That still has about an hour, 30 minutes to go. But I would recommend you don't use such a deep dish when cooking your dressing, guys. This is extra brown on top, more brown than normal, but I like all the crunchiness and the brown parts. My daughter does not. That's okay. It can all be for me. But yeah, so don't use this deep of a dish, but it is done. It took a while, but it smells really good. Can't wait to taste it. I want to just give you a peek at what my ham is looking like in here. Steamy and hot. And then the broth. The glaze is in there steady cooking it good. It's browning good. I'm going to cover it after about the 2 hours and let it make sure it hits that 130 temperature. My Christmas dinner is finally done, guys. I started this at about 9 this morning and it is 9 at night. I finally finished. The ham is the last thing to cook, and look how delicious it looks. I've cut me a couple slices off just so you can see how it looks. I know this dinner is for tomorrow, but I just wanted to give it a taste test today. And this is my gorgeous plate here, guys, with some ham, deviled eggs, dressing, and some of that cranberry sauce. And then I just had this checkerboard tablescape and a little nativity scene here and some delicious cookies baked by my friend Mary. Thank you, Mary. Alright, I'm about to taste it, y'all. Alright, I'm about to taste it, y'all. By the way, I did pair this with a mango moscato here. I've had this before on my channel, so you guys should be very familiar with it. So I'm going to taste some ham first, okay guys? Nice and tender. Not dry at all. Oh, it's good. Sweetness of ham. Let me taste some dressing, guys. Some cranberry sauce. That ham good. Oh, it ain't nothing like some homemade dressing. It took a long time with all the little steps, guys, but it is always worth it at the end. That cranberry sauce with that savory dressing, delicious, guys. Time for a deviled egg, y'all. Look at that there. I know these good. Oh. It's ham. So good and sweet, that glaze. Everything here is really good, guys. A lot of sweet stuff, but that dressing is savory and it's enough to balance everything, guys. Okay, guys, I want to thank you for watching my channel. This is Precious. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's. See you next time. Bye-bye.